Hi there, and welcome back to another episode of Content and Chill. And right now, I'm going to be diving hella deep with you into the spiritual side of content creation. And more specifically, like how you can manifest your dreams and your desires for your life or for your business through your content. So, we're going to be talking all about like how to set intentions for your content creation process, how to stay aligned with your goals, your values, and your mission as you are creating your content, all while staying in your feminine flow and working smarter, not harder, because that is just the way that we roll around here on the Content and Show podcast when we're talking about content creation and content repurposing. So, like, we're just going to jump right the hell into it. And I'm going to start off with just kind of talking about the power of manifestation in general. So, when it comes to content creation, manifestation is an incredibly powerful tool for aligning your content with your purpose and with your mission to help you bring those desires that you have into reality. I'm sure you know so many different things about manifestation. I'm sure you practice this in so many different areas of your life as well. But just a very brief description here. Like, at its core, manifestation is just about aligning your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions with the energy of what it is that you want to create. So it's about focusing your attention and intention on what you want and just trusting that the universe will bring it to you in its own way and in its own time. At its most basic level, your content is a reflection of your thoughts, your beliefs, and your values of yourself as a person and as a business owner. So the words that you use, the images that you're using in your graphics, and the messages that you share all convey a certain energy and a certain vibration to your audience when they are consuming your content. And when you are creating content that has intention and is aligned with who you are tapping into that power of manifestation to bring more of what you want into your life and into your business. So when you're intentional about the content that you create, you are setting a clear intention to the universe for what it is that you want to manifest, which kind of brings me into my first little point here slash tip that I want to share with you, which is about how to infuse your content with intention and how to set a clear intention for each piece of content that you're creating and like just how to stay focused on that intention throughout your entire creation process. So, essentially, what I'm saying here is like when you are creating content with an intention, that means it has a specific purpose in mind. So whether that is to educate your audience when they're consuming that piece of content, whether it's to inspire them, or it's just to freaking entertain them with a funny ass reel that you wanted to post that you thought was hilarious because you are just a freaking joker. But like, you're not just putting content out there for the sake of putting it out there. Like, you're creating content with a clear intention and a clear message. And so this intention can be based on your personal goals or the goals that you have, within your business. So when you infuse your content with intention, you are putting your energy and your focus towards, a specific outcome. And that energy and focus can then help you bring that outcome into reality, which is manifestation. So, this is why it's just so important to be intentional with your content creation because the energy that you put into it can have such a powerful impact on the results that you are achieving with your content. Now that you kind of got the gist about what we're talking about here, infusing your content with intention. Now, a little bit of a deep dive into like how to even freaking do that. Like, well, one way is just to start by setting an intention with each specific piece of content that you're creating. So don't try to make it, super big picture and being like, what's my intention behind my whole business, my whole content strategy, my whole this, my whole that. Like, that is, of course, fabulous to be doing, but let's start really teeny tiny here at the beginning so you don't overwhelm yourself. So, this really could be as simple as setting an intention for what you want your audience to take away from this one piece of content that you're creating. So, like, if you're creating a blog post that's about time management, then like your intention is probably going to be something along the lines of, helping helping your reader become more productive or more focused with their time, when they're done reading that blog post. Another way that you can infuse your content with more intention is to incorporate different spiritual practices like visualization and like affirmations. So I'm sure that you're probably doing these a lot in your daily practices as a beautiful spiritual being. But so, like, visualization involves picturing in your mind the outcome that you want to achieve with your content. And you can also be doing that while repeating affirmations that give like positive statements to yourself that reinforce that outcome that you have with whatever it is that you are visualizing. So, one way that you can be doing this is like when you are writing a social media post, be visualizing how you want your audience to be receiving that piece of content, how you want it to land with them, how you want it to make them feel. Be visualizing that. And also have in your head like affirmations to make you feel like the freaking badass content creator that you are, because you are one. You deserve to be putting these beautiful pieces of content out into the world. People deserve to be hearing these messages, and they need to be hearing these messages because what you have to say 100% matters. That's a whole other side tangent in there, is like what our mind can be doing to us throughout the content creation process. But have affirmations going through your brain while you are creating, but also be incorporating these practices when you are posting the actual thing or putting that actual piece of content out there. When you are scheduling an Instagram post or not scheduling it, posting an Instagram post, connect back to that visualization that you felt when you were creating that piece of content, and also be repeating that affirmation that you had in your head as well, because your audience is going to receive that with that piece of content, and it's going to feel so good for them to feel that love and intention and love and care from what you put into it. When you're setting intentions and creating content, just another thing you want to be keeping in mind is that these intentions are aligned with your values and with your mission as a business owner. So I'll go into a lot more about that here in a little bit, but just to brush on that briefly, like with intention setting, is that like when you're creating content that is in alignment with your values, you are then so more likely to feel inspired and motivated to keep creating content. This just creates a positive cycle where your content resonates so much more deeply with your audience, which in turn is going to help you achieve your goals and fulfill your mission and fulfill that manifestation that we've been talking about here from the very beginning of the desires that you have with your content, but with your business and with your mission and with your life. All in all, keep in mind, infusing your content with intention can have such a powerful impact on your process and the results that you're achieving. So, by setting these clear intentions, incorporating visualization and affirmations, you can create content that not only resonates with your audience, but also helps you to manifest your dreams and manifest your goals. But, manifestation isn't just about setting intentions and taking action. It's also about trusting in the universe and just allowing things to unfold in its own way and in its own times. Another way to be trusting that process and to be trusting your manifestations to be coming through into your content is to just be tapping into your feminine flow. What I mean here is to be connecting with your intuition, to be embracing your creativity and finding that balance between productivity and who you are as this badass business owner and self care and taking care of who you are as a feminine being. It's just all about allowing these different insights to guide your content creation process. When we're in tune with our feminine energy, we're just able to approach content creation from such a place of like receptivity, creativity, and just flow. A way that I like to incorporate this into my content creation process, which content repurposing is a huge part of that, but just in like creation in general, is just being able to practice self care, having boundaries, and just being able to prioritize rest in the content creation process. It is all too easy to be caught up in the hustle and the grind of creating content, which is what I like to call the content creation rat race. And so that's why it's just really important to be having that awareness and recognizing when you have reached your limit and when you need to give yourself a break and have time to recharge. So if you are creating a piece of content and it starts to not feel fun anymore, it starts to feel like a burden, it starts to feel like another thing on your to-do list that you're just trying to freaking do, it's time to step away, sister. Step away, give yourself a bit of a break, and come back to it when you want to come back to it. Because as we've been talking about with setting intentions and just being in flow and being in alignment, if you are coming to your content from a place of this has to get done and I just want to throw it out there to say I threw it out there, no one's going to feel really attracted to that. When you are prioritizing your self care and prioritizing being in your feminine and being in your creativity, you are just going to be able to approach content creation just from so much alignment and so much ease. You'll be creating content that just feels so nourishing and feels so fulfilling for you to create. And just it'll be attracting the right people and the right opportunities within your business. And lastly, I want to brush up on here like aligning your content with your values and with your mission. So, when you are creating content that is aligned with your values and with your mission, you are putting your trust in the universe to bring you the opportunities and the resources that you need to achieve your goals, to bring these manifestations into the physical realm. You are opening yourself up to the flow of abundance and possibility and just allowing your content to be a channel for that energy to flow through. It is just essential for that content to be fulfilling to you and who you are at your core. If you don't 100% believe in what you're saying and it does not fully connect with your value and fully connect with your mission, then we need to go and talk about some other things here. It's really about infusing that intention and that purpose behind what it is that you are doing here into every piece of content that you are creating. So to first even just be defining like what your values and what your mission is. And when I first started my business, this was not something that I did because I felt like it was like a very masculine corporate thing to do. But the more that I was in business, the longer that I was in business, I realized that actually it felt really feminine and really powerful for me to connect to this aspect of my business. You can think about this by like wondering what do you stand for, you know? What what drives you to create content in the first place? What drives you to be showing up for your audience in the first place? What drives you to, be sending those emails out to your community, to be having a podcast. And for example, like if your mission is to inspire and empower women to just like be living their best freaking life, then your content should be reflecting that intention and reflecting that mission that you have. So, like, you might be sharing stories of women who have come at adversity or like providing tips and tools for self care and personal growth, like things of that nature. And so, when you are focusing on that intention, you are setting a clear signal to the universe about what it is that you want to be creating more of in your life and in your business. That's how this is tying back to, how you can be using manifestation in your content. That's what we're trying to get at here. We are trying to work smarter, not harder. Another way that you can be aligning your content with your values and with your mission is just to be authentic and be vulnerable in what you're sharing. So share your own experiences and struggles that relate to your values and relate to your mission as a business owner. Like, this just makes your content not only more relatable and engaging for your audience, but it also just helps you stay aligned with everything that you are creating and everything that you are sharing. I would say it's definitely important to regularly have those different types of check ins with your content to make sure that you still are in alignment with what your purpose is. So, all in all, here, start by getting clear on what your values and your mission are in the first place and understand the intention behind what it is that you are wanting to create and what it is that you desire to have come out of that creation. So, when you are focusing on the energy and the vibration that you want to convey and just trust that the universe is going to bring you the opportunities and the resources that you need to make it happen. And also, I want to preface this, which I'm sure you are well aware of this from your own journey, but manifestation is a process. It is not a destination. So is the same with content creation. It is a process. It is not a destination. None of us are ever going to be a full-blown expert at absolutely anything. That is probably a little bit problematic for me to say. Um, but yeah, that's the way that I feel about it. So be patient, stay focused on your attention, and allow your content to be a channel for the flow of abundance and possibility in your life and in your business to be physically manifesting into your realm. So, yeah, that feels really good to leave that here. So, I am going to love you and leave you until the next episode. And yeah, until then, stay creative and keep chilling, sister. Live your best freaking life.